I'm about to ruin every low-carb muffin that you've ever tried, because once you try these molten lava cake muffins, you're never gonna look at low-carb desserts the same way. My teenage boys devoured these and had no idea that they were sugar-free or low-carb, because they are hands down the best chocolate muffins that you will ever have. And with that molten chocolate center, they're gonna blow your mind. So let's get to baking. First, we're gonna preheat the oven to 400 degrees and then line a standard muffin tin with some paper liners and give that whole pan a quick spray with some cooking oil. This is just gonna help prevent anything from sticking to the top, like if anything does spill over a little bit. And if you're looking for a good quality muffin pan that is truly nonstick, you must try the USA bakeware pans. They're the best bakeware I've ever used. Highly recommend these. I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. I mean, hey, Christmas is coming too, so would be a good gift for yourself or somebody else. Let's start with the dry ingredients. In a medium bowl, we're gonna whisk together 1 cup of almond flour and then 1/4 cup of egg white protein powder. This is what's going to help puff up our muffins so that they're light and fluffy instead of dense like chocolate rocks. Then add in 2 tablespoons of oat fiber. This is used for structure and texture. It gives us more of that bread-like crumb that you would find in a bakery-style muffin. And this is also different than oat flour. They're not the same. The oat fiber is just from the husk of the oat, so it's 100% fiber, doesn't get absorbed, won't affect your blood sugar, it's 0 net carbs. If you've made any of my low-carb baked goods before, you know that I love to use oat fiber. So it's just one of those things that you should pick up on, especially if you love my recipes, because you're gonna use it over and over again, and you're gonna go through that bag before you know it. Then add in 3/4 cup of brown sugar substitute, whichever one you wanna use, as long as it measures cup for cup with regular brown sugar. And then 1/2 cup of granulated sugar-free sweetener. Again, whatever brand you want to use, as long as it measures cup for cup with sugar. My favorite brand that I like to use is Lakanto Classic. Then we'll add in 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Whisk that all together until it's combined. And while I'm whisking that together, let me talk to you about something that I have been using every single day, and that's Element electrolytes. Who is sponsoring today's video. I've been using Element for years. It's my go-to way to stay hydrated, whether I'm working out, filming, or just running my boys around. Each packet has electrolytes that your body actually needs. Sodium, potassium, magnesium, all in a science-backed formula. Plus it's sugar-free and it comes in a wide range of flavors. My favorites, if you're looking for some suggestions, are citrus, orange, and grapefruit. My teenage boys actually use this too every day, and those are their favorites as well. Right now, when you try Element, you're gonna get a sample pack filled with their most popular flavors. So it's a great way to try some of them, and you'll get this with any purchase at drinkelement.com/KetoFocus. Plus, try Element totally risk-free. If you don't like it, just give it away to a friend and they're gonna refund your money. No questions asked. Again, go to drinkelement.com/KetoFocus to get yours. Now for the wet ingredients. To a large bowl, we're gonna add 1 cup of hot brewed coffee. And don't worry, it's not gonna taste like coffee or mocha. The coffee actually deepens that chocolate flavor and makes it richer. Plus, it's gonna help melt our butter because we're adding that in next. 10 tablespoons of cubed butter. This is unsalted butter. And then 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. Give that a whisk until it's smooth and glossy. And once that cools down just a bit, add in 2 large eggs and continue to mix that until everything is creamy. Then carefully add in your dry ingredients into the wet ingredients and whisk everything until it's smooth. And don't be scared if your batter looks a little thin. It's actually supposed to look like this. And this batter is so good that you're just gonna wanna lick it off the spoon and off the bowl. And that's okay with me, especially if you're into that. No judgment here, ever. Then you want to pour the batter into your muffin cups until it's around 3/4 of the way full. You should have enough to make 12 to 14 muffins, or make 12 muffins and then just drink the rest of the batter. Again, no judgment. I might have done that myself. Then sprinkle about 1/2 cup of sugar-free chocolate chips evenly over the top. And these are gonna sink down as they bake. Don't panic. I actually want this to happen because it's gonna make this like solid layer of chocolate on the bottom of your muffins. It's another thing that makes these so good. These will go into a 400-degree Fahrenheit oven for around 15 to 16 minutes. You're looking for crackliness on the top, and if you stick a toothpick in, it's gonna come out somewhat clean. Maybe a few moist crumbs, but not completely bone dry. The muffins will keep cooking as they cool, so don't overbake them. Make sure you pull them out when they're ready. By the way, if molten chocolate muffins are your jam, you have to check out my new cookbook, Protein Packed. It's loaded with recipes that are just as easy and just as crave-worthy as these muffins, but everything is high protein, low carb, and family approved. Pre-order today at proteinpackedbook.com. Make sure you do it as soon as possible because I know life gets busy and you're probably gonna forget later. And when you pre-order today, I have a special bonus, which is a free 4-week meal plan, totally macro calculated, all meant for high protein, low carb lifestyle. And you're only gonna get it if you pre-order today before the book's out, because once it's out, you're not gonna get that meal plan. While the muffins are baking, let's make the molten center that becomes our chocolate lava. In a small saucepan, combine a 1/4 cup of your favorite sugar-free sweetener that measures cup for cup with sugar, and then add in a 1/4 cup of heavy cream, and then a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. Then add in 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and just a pinch of salt. You want to stir this over medium heat until it's glossy and bubbly, which should take around 1 to 2 minutes, and then take it off the heat and let it cool. We still want it to be somewhat warm, not completely cool. Once it's cool enough to handle, we're going to transfer this to a piping bag, but don't worry if you don't have a piping bag, just use a Ziploc bag that you cut one of the corners off. That works too. As soon as the muffins come out of the oven, we're gonna press just a few more chocolate chips on top, just so we have a top layer of chocolate chips too. They will melt a little bit, but that's okay. That's what we want. We want it to have that melty appearance. And since we have all that chocolate that moved down to the bottom, we want to have a layer of chocolate on top just to balance things out. Can't go wrong with more chocolate. Now for the fun part, we're gonna take a knife, like a butter knife, and just make a slit on the top of each muffin. Don't go all the way down to the bottom of the muffin, just maybe around like halfway or 3/4 of the way down. And then slip your piping bag into the slit and squeeze until the filling starts to ooze out of the top. And that's our molten lava magic. It's like one of the best parts inside. And you're gonna repeat this with all of your muffins. And there you have it, low carb lava cake muffins that nobody would ever guess are sugar-free. Fluffy, chocolatey with that dramatic molten center. Your friends and family are gonna flip for these. They are so good and honestly don't last more than a day in my house. Even my son's friends came over and they all devoured this right after I baked them. If you're looking for some more low carb muffin recipes, you have to check out my low carb Starbucks dupe for one of their most popular muffins. This one is so good. Just click right here to see how to make it.